There are currently more than 5,000 cryptocurrencies in existence, with Bitcoin being the most widely used and popular among them all. These days, it's impossible to stay away from Bitcoin due to the way financial media are eagerly covering every new high and the stomach-churning lows the cryptocurrency experiences. However, while the extreme volatility of Bitcoin's price may make for interesting headlines, it does not make it an ideal investment for first-time investors or those looking for a safe store of wealth. Let's take a closer look at how Bitcoin functions in order to gain a better understanding of its ins and outs. What is Bitcoin, and how does it work? Hey, and welcome to Crypto Cash channel. In today's video, we are going to learn all about Bitcoin, but a sub to the channel would be very appreciated. Make sure to comment, to share the video, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up for the video. Let's get into it. Bitcoin is a digital currency, a decentralized system that records transactions in a distributed ledger called a blockchain. Bitcoin, in contrast to traditional currencies, is not under the control of a central bank or a sovereign government. There are no other means of transmission available besides peer-to-peer software and cryptographic techniques. Bitcoin transactions are recorded in a public ledger that is maintained on a network of servers located all over the world. A node is a server that can be set up by anyone who has a spare computer and a few minutes to spare. In order to determine who owns what, a cryptographic consensus is reached across these nodes rather than relying on a central source of trust, such as a bank, which is inconvenient. It is necessary to broadcast every transaction in order for node-to-node communication to take place. Bitcoin miners group these transactions together into blocks, which they then add to the blockchain around every 10 minutes. So, who invented Bitcoin and the technology behind it? Well, a white paper explaining all about Bitcoin was released in 2008. This paper outlined the theory and architecture for digital money that is not controlled by any organization or government and is completely decentralized. The fundamental problem with traditional currencies is the lack of trust in them that is required for them to function, as declared by the cryptocurrency's founder, who goes by the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. The history of fiat currencies is replete with examples of central banks breaking the public's trust by debasing their own currencies, and for this reason, Bitcoin was officially launched on January 9, 2009. It wasn't until 2010 that Nakamoto announced his intention to step aside from the project and leave it in the hands of the wider community. Despite repeated requests, Nakamoto's genuine identity has never been publicly revealed in the past several decades. Because it is open source, everyone may now access, use, and contribute to the application, which is completely free. One of the many firms and organizations striving to improve the software is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. So, what is the level of security provided by Bitcoin? Bitcoin's encryption is supported by a cryptographic technique developed by the National Security Agency of the United States. Because there are more private keys to test than there are atoms in the universe, it is virtually impossible to crack this encryption scheme. However, a number of high-profile thefts of Bitcoin exchanges have resulted in the theft of cash. In these instances, rather than the Bitcoin network itself, it is the exchange platform that was compromised. It is only potentially possible to tamper with the Bitcoin blockchain if an attacker gains control of more than 50% of all nodes, which is practically impossible. This strategy gets even less practical as the number of nodes increases. It is good for security but also a great risk because if you transfer Bitcoins to the wrong address or lose track of your login details, there is no one you can turn to for help. Reversing this will require extraterrestrial cryptographic skills and power. But of course, if practical quantum computing becomes a reality, everything will be up for grabs once again. Cryptography is mostly based on sophisticated mathematical computations that are beyond the capacity of today's computers. Quantum computers, on the other hand, may be able to do these computations in a fraction of the time. So, what was the goal behind the creation of Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin was established in 2009 in order to make the transfer of money over the internet more convenient. With the introduction of digital money, the goal was to provide an alternative payment system that would operate without the need for central oversight while still functioning in the same way as traditional currencies. Miners are responsible for maintaining the Bitcoin network, as well as mining new coins. Miners are compensated in Bitcoins to confirm transactions. They must execute a cryptographic computation that is extremely difficult to make but extremely simple to verify. All transactions are broadcast to the whole network in real time. Whenever a new block is discovered, the first miner to solve it immediately posts the solution to the network for others to verify. Afterward, the miner will be rewarded with a certain amount of Bitcoin. Because the reward for mining Bitcoin is decreased every 4 years, it takes twice as long to mine Bitcoin as it did previously. When Bitcoins were first published, a cheap computer could be used to mine Bitcoins almost immediately since they were so little in circulation. Currently, because of the shifting Bitcoin price and the requirement for powerful equipment, mining may frequently be more expensive than it is worth, making it an unprofitable endeavor. And now to the uses. In the United States, investing in Bitcoin as a substitute for stocks and bonds is becoming increasingly popular. The number of retailers who take Bitcoin, on the other hand, continues to remain limited. Among the well-known companies that have already implemented Bitcoin as a payment option are Microsoft, PayPal, and Whole Foods Market, just to name a few. There is a possibility that small local companies and websites would take Bitcoin as well, but that may take a while. You can also link your debit card to your cryptocurrency account, allowing you to make purchases with Bitcoin in the same way that you would with a credit card. It is possible that citizens in nations with unstable currencies may utilize cryptocurrencies instead of their own money. The ability to hold wealth in Bitcoin, rather than using government-backed money, is something that Montgomery believes is beneficial for individuals. Although utilizing Bitcoin as a currency rather than as an investment in the United States has tax implications, you should be aware of these implications before moving further. When purchasing Bitcoin, there are a few considerations to bear in mind. One thing you should watch is the transaction fees, which are normally modest percentages of the amount of your cryptocurrency transaction but may add up rapidly when making small dollar transactions with cryptocurrency. Also, keep in mind that, contrary to common assumptions, acquiring Bitcoin does not take effect immediately. All Bitcoin transactions must be verified by miners before they can be recorded in your account, which might take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Bitcoin is most commonly purchased through cryptocurrency exchanges, which are the most prevalent means of doing so. You'll need to provide proof of identification as well as a financing source, such as a bank account or debit card, in order to utilize an exchange. This is similar to the process of opening a brokerage account. Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance are three of the most well-known cryptocurrency exchanges operating on the market right now. Additionally, you may purchase Bitcoin online using a broker such as Robinhood. And now, how do you store them? You are going to use wallets. Similar to traditional bank accounts, wallets are used to hold virtual currencies. These wallets may be accessed by a variety of client apps, online resources, and physical devices. Currently, it is possible to divide a Bitcoin into 7 decimal places, with a milli and a satoshi serving as the most prevalent units of measurement. Regardless of where you obtain your Bitcoin, you'll need a Bitcoin wallet to keep it safe and secure. The sort of wallet used may be classified as hot or cold, depending on the circumstances. You can be able to store Bitcoin in a hot wallet, sometimes referred to as an online wallet, that is hosted in the cloud by an exchange or service provider. Online wallet service providers like Exodus, Electrum, and Mycelium are just a few of the numerous options available. A cold wallet, also known as a mobile wallet, is a Bitcoin storage device that does not have a connection to the internet and hence cannot be used to store Bitcoin. Trezor and Ledger are two of the most popular mobile wallet choices on the market today, respectively. Although many financial advisors are reluctant to recommend cryptocurrency purchases unless their customers directly request it, many financial advisors are prepared to urge their clients to do so. The biggest difficulty is if someone wants to invest in cryptocurrency and the investment they choose does not perform well, and then all of a sudden, they can't afford to send their children to college. In that particular instance, the risk was not worth it. Some financial counselors recommend that their clients engage in cryptocurrencies as a side investment, owing to the speculative nature of the asset. Because of its high volatility, Dallas-based financial planner Scott Hamill says that some people refer to it as a Vegas account. Because we are taking a long-term approach, this should not consume a significant portion of your whole portfolio. Investment advisors do not recommend that you place a major amount of your portfolio in a single company since Bitcoin may be thought of as a single stock. Planning experts recommend that you allocate no more than 1% to 10% of your whole portfolio to Bitcoin if you are serious about investing in the cryptocurrency. And that's all from this video. Thanks for watching. What do you think about Bitcoin? And would you like to own some? Comment below, let's engage. Also, if you are interested in more videos like this, make sure you like this video, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos. See you in the next video.